What was meant to be a ceasefire has turned into a nightmare for Gaza. After weeks of intense fighting, thousands of Palestinians returned home, hoping to see what was left of their lives, only to find death waiting in silence. Hidden beneath the ruins of Jabalia, Sheikh Rachawan, and Abu Iskandar lie Israeli-made explosive robots, left behind among the debris. People have not only lost their homes, but also the very sense of safety that defines existence. Children cry at the sight of strange metallic fragments buried in dust. Parents shout, warning everyone not to come near. No one knows where these robots are or how to handle them. One wrong step could mean instant death. Reports from Al Mayadin on October 16, 2025, reveal that Israeli forces destroyed nearly 300 housing units every day in Gaza and Jabalia. But now, the destruction doesn't only come from airstrikes. A new weapon has emerged: unmanned, armored vehicles packed with explosives and remotely controlled. These are not simple machines of war, they are instruments of terror. Once their mission is complete, they are left behind like silent traps waiting for their next victims. The ceasefire might exist on paper, but on the ground, peace never arrived. Gaza's streets have become a field of fear. Every shadow, every glint of metal under the rubble could hide another bomb. This is the face of modern warfare: cold, calculated, and merciless. Behind it all, one question echoes through the ruins. Is this truly security, or the purest form of cruelty? Beneath the dust and twisted metal, Gaza's civil defense workers continue a desperate search, not for survivors, but for the hidden death machines left behind. With no advanced tools, they move carefully through collapsed streets, guided only by courage and instinct. Mahmoud Basil, spokesperson for Gaza's civil defense, admits they have almost no information about what lies inside these robots. He warns that their explosive power can destroy everything within a 12-kilometer radius, enough to erase entire districts in seconds. Yet, no one knows where they are placed, no map exists, no signal, no warning. Only fear. Some residents claim to hear mechanical humming at night, as if something still moves beneath the ruins. But no one dares to investigate. Every vibration, every step could be the last. Rescue teams work with bare hands and fading hope, gambling with their lives to keep others safe. Families in northern Gaza now sleep outside, terrified that the floors beneath them might conceal a bomb disguised as a machine. This fear is not only physical, it's psychological warfare. The message left by these robots is clear: peace means nothing. Even after the guns fall silent, Israel's shadow lingers over Gaza. These machines were built not only to kill, but to haunt, to remind every survivor that danger still breathes beneath their feet. And for the people of Gaza, the war doesn't end when the bombs stop. It continues in silence, hidden under every stone they dare to touch. Amid the stillness of the ruins, Gaza has become a city frozen in time. Streets that once echoed with life are now haunted by silence. Every step feels like walking on borrowed seconds. Civil defense volunteers mark dangerous zones with simple wooden signs reading, "Hazard." But those signs offer little comfort. The robots follow no pattern. They could be buried in a kitchen, inside a classroom, or beneath what used to be a child's bed. One mistake is enough to trigger devastation. Field reports suggest that many of these explosive robots were remotely operated by Israeli tanks and drones. After withdrawal, they were left with motion trigger systems, ready to detonate from afar. No ticking clock, no flashing lights, only silence before the blast. The randomness is what terrifies the most. It turns daily life into a lottery of survival. Local authorities in Gaza have pleaded for international help to detect and deactivate these machines, but so far, the world has remained silent. Humanitarian teams lack proper equipment, and every rescue becomes a mission of life or death. While politicians debate, Gaza bleeds in quiet agony. Children grow up not knowing laughter, but the echo of explosions. The sky above them is not a shelter, it's a reminder that safety no longer exists. For Gaza, peace is a word spoken in newsrooms, not something that lives on their streets. The ceasefire is nothing more than ink on paper. On the ground, the war continues, only in a quieter, more insidious form. Israel may have stopped firing missiles, but leaving behind hundreds of explosive robots in civilian neighborhoods is not peace. It is punishment. Each abandoned machine sends a message: no place in Gaza is safe. Even when the sky is calm, the earth below may erupt at any moment. According to Mahmoud Basil, These robots are made from lightweight metal and equipped with motion sensors. Anyone who steps too close risks triggering an automatic detonation. This technology was once reserved for combat zones, but now it appears in markets, schools, and refugee camps. It's no longer warfare, it's psychological domination. One robot can wipe out an entire housing block in seconds, its power spreading across 12 kilometers of destruction. While international leaders praise the peace agreement, people in Gaza call it a death trap. They live with no detection systems, no maps, no warning signs. Every night, families light candles outside their shattered homes, not to pray, but to signal that they're still alive. That faint glow is their only proof of survival in a world that has chosen to look away. For Gaza, silence has replaced the sound of bombs. But silence doesn't mean peace. It means fear has learned to whisper. Days pass, yet Gaza remains trapped in the same darkness. Amid the ruins, the faint footsteps of children echo like whispers of life refusing to die. But behind their forced smiles lies a constant terror. The people of Gaza now live side by side with invisible death. Every brick, every shard of metal could be the end. The world sees it. The world knows it. Yet the world remains silent. No resolutions. No pressure. Only empty statements drifting in the wind. Meanwhile, local rescue teams keep moving, risking their lives with every mission. They have no armor, no advanced scanners, just determination and faith. One young volunteer, his face covered in dust, said, "We are not afraid of dying. We are only afraid of being forgotten." His words cut deeper than any explosion. These machines may be built by human hands, but the terror they spread feels inhuman. Gaza has become a laboratory of suffering, a place where technology is used not to protect, but to erase. In an age when innovation should save lives, it is being weaponized to destroy them. And as long as the world turns away, Gaza will keep bleeding in silence. The war may seem over, but the fear remains. In this quiet land of shadows, even the living no longer speak, they simply endure. Because here, in the ashes of a ceasefire, peace itself has become another casualty of war.